channel. If you're new here, my name is Corinne. I love to create content around cleaning, organization, crafting, and then my lettuce grow. It's one of my favorite home products. We love to grow our vegetables in it, and I love to help show the children how hydroponics work. It's a really, really interesting process, and Lettuce Grow makes it super easy. If you're interested in buying your own and you're researching right now by watching some of my videos, thank you for being here. I do have a $50 affiliate code that helps you save on your own farm stand. It's linked in the description below. I hope you guys will use it and research some of my other videos so that you can see some common beginner tips, if you will. You know, growing your own seedlings, harvesting your vegetables, replacing old seedlings with new ones if you have to do a full harvest of some of them. Also, I do have a farm stand seedling planner available on my blog as well to help you kind of map out where you would like your seedlings to go in your farm stand. It's absolutely free and it's linked in the description below to help you guys out. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I use our power washer to help clean the inside tiers of our farm stand. I've had this question a lot and I'm really excited to show you guys. Usually I use a drill brush attachment on our drill. It basically looks like a toilet brush attachment for your drill to scrub the nutrient buildup off of the inside of our tiers of our farm stand. Super easy to do, but I did get this question about using a power washer, and we have just a generic Sunjo power washer, so nothing fancy. But if you guys wanted to use that for your farm stand, I'm going to show you guys how we do it and how simple it is. So in today's video, I'm going to show you dismantling my tiers and glow rings and taking out all the seedlings. I'll also be showing you guys how I store our seedlings in the meantime while I'm doing the reset process. And I can usually get away with doing it every 4 to 5 months, but right now I'm doing it after 3 months, and I'll show you guys why. So here's some of the nutrient buildup that you can see. It's kind of working its way outside. So I need to, and I have been wiping this off. It's just been building up, and obviously, you know, it's inside here. So we're gonna open this up and clean it out. Lettuce Grow recommends that you reset your farm stand once every 3 months. So we're right here on schedule with 3 months. And this is nice too, because I'll be able to do it mostly outdoors, which is how I prefer to do it. Next time I'll need to do this is in February, which is the coldest month here in the Midwest. So I will most likely be doing that in our shower or tub, depending. Also super easy to do, but I just want to show you guys the buildup that we have here that I will be scrubbing off and taking care of. If you see this, this is just nutrient buildup from within your unit. You need to do a reset when you see this. Here's some more footage here of what the crud looks like. So first I have to take the seedlings out. I bought a giant muffin tin, not just for muffins, also for my seedlings. So I'm gonna take each one out of the pod and place it into one of these muffin tin holes, and it can sit there and be in water. You want to have your seedlings sitting in water while you're doing the reset process. This helps keep them live and good to go. They are used to being pumped with water and nutrients through your farm stand pump. I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to trim some of the roots off as well. Everything looks great. I'm gonna show you guys, this is some of the romaine that I've been growing. So it looks great. I'm just gonna trim these roots off, put it in the trash, and then put the seedlings in the muffin tin. I just want to show you guys, here are some of the roots that I kind of neglected over the last week or two. This is just amazing to see how well these roots grow in this kind of system and how wonderful these seedlings are doing. I love growing our lettuce and vegetables in our farm stand. It is such an amazing experience, and it's also nice to know that we have vegetables ready whenever we want. look how big these green onions are. This is insane. I love green onions. I'm definitely an onion person. I love onions on all of our subs. I love green onions on all of our salads. One of my tiers is dedicated to just green onions. Here is some more roots that I have been neglecting, so it's great that I'm getting into it now and resetting my farm stand and paying attention to these roots. All right, so my farm stand is completely cleared out. Can kind of take a look inside and see just how grimy it is. Definitely needs to be reset. So I'm going to show you guys how I take each tier and glow ring light apart. And then you guys can see I have all of my cups here, my plant cups here in the muffin tin holes. I have a second one here. I just want to show you guys a good thing I came in here and started doing this. It looks like a little bit more than just crud buildup, so definitely needed to be reset, but I just want to keep it, you know, honest with you guys. Been kind of slacking in the upkeep department, so this is definitely, you know, what happens when you don't keep up with it. I actually discovered that I had a tea strainer filled with mosquito bits that I forgot dropped off of the light cable into the tank and stayed there for like a month and a half, and that was what actually caused the mold in the tank. So that's just something that if you guys choose to do that, you need to look out for and make sure that it doesn't fall into the tank. I'll show you guys towards the end of this video how I securely latch it onto the light cable, but I still would recommend using the tea strainer with the mosquito bits. This is the first time I've experienced that in the about 6 months that I've been growing indoors, but it's just something that I want to mention, especially because this is the first time I'm seeing mold. But I did find out once I started power washing my unit that that was at the bottom of the tank, and that was the reason behind the mold being in my farm stand. Here is our power washer and the difference that it made in each level of our farm stand. It did a wonderful job at taking off the buildup and the mold, and it also did a great job at removing labels. So if you guys have custom vinyl labels like I do, I made these with my Cricut, a power washer will for sure wipe them off. Now this was actually great because I was trying to remove mine. After all, I was going to relabel everything, so this was a great way to quickly remove my vinyl labels. But if that's something you're not looking to do, then I would not recommend using a power washer. So besides a little bit of grass that I have on here, the power washer did a great job. I'm gonna link the one that we have. If they don't have it, I'm gonna link one very similar, just a little Sun Joe power washer that we have. Worked great. Now that the tiers are done outside, I'm gonna clean this ring here, as well as this PVC pipe and the pump. For the pump and the PVC pipe, I like to use a grout cleaning brush. I'm going to link this in the description below. I bought a 3-pack from OXO on Amazon, and there's 3 different sizes. It works great for getting in the grooves of the pump as well as breaking up the buildup that's on the PVC pipe. For the glow rings, I simply took a wet microfiber cloth and just wiped everything down. This is so much easier to do when everything is dismantled and you're really able to hold each glow ring and rotate it versus when it's all assembled. It's just harder to get to all the different angles that you need to. This is just a simple, easy way to get all that crud off with just a simple wet microfiber cloth. I have my 30 plant farm stand completely put together. I just have to put on the diffuser at the very top. And that is where the water that comes up from the pump through the PVC pipe is going to come out of up top and shower down throughout each tier into the other tiers and onto the roots of each plant. And then the water will, of course, end up back in the tank. So really quick, I'm gonna take this seal, which by the way, you should not power wash. I tried that out for you guys to see how it would work, and I think I'm gonna have to get a new one now because the pressure was just way too much. Even when I turned it on low, it just didn't do anything, and when I turned it up a little bit higher, it tore through the material. So just keep that in mind. And that's why mine looks like this. Hopefully I'll have a new one soon. But for both the light cable and the pump cable, they're gonna fit through one of these holes. So I just kind of bend mine like this, and where are my holes? Okay, kind of pick it up there. It's really hard to do with one hand. Okay, so now both cables are here. We're gonna seat the seal. This prevents any water from the tank getting splashed around. Now the seal is in, and again, this is from the power washer. Do not recommend that you do anything flexible like this with the power washer, but I tested it out for you guys, so don't worry about it. Mine will be okay. I don't see it causing any long-term issues. Plus the seal port cover is gonna go over top of this anyways. This is all good. I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna fill up the tank, add the nutrients, test the pH, and make sure everything is working. I have my oldest son out there turning on the water for me right now. You got it? Yep. Thank you. This is a great way to do it indoors if you can. We literally just have the hose poked through the screen here, and I'm gonna give my oldest son the cue for when to always with the eyebrows, to turn the water off for me. Just added 4 scoops of each A and B nutrients, and I'm still filling up my farm stand. And I just turned on the lights, and all ring lights are working, so that means they're connected properly, which is great. I can turn this off now. Timer. Okay, so it looks good. So I am gonna put the cover on here. I'm gonna put my seedlings in and then turn the pump on to mix the nutrients in the water. I like to mix it through the diffuser. It just takes the legwork out of the mixing process for me. And then I will test the pH and adjust as needed. I have seedlings coming in the mail, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my seedlings back into my farm stand while I'm waiting the extra day or two for them to get here. I love having my children help me put the seedlings back into the farm stand and talking more about how hydroponics work, especially with our Lettuce Grow Farmstand. It's such a cool, easy to use system. All right, my seedlings just came in the mail. I'm super excited to unbox my seedlings. I got some different ones I'm going to be featuring in my Lettuce Grow Farmstand over here. I have some baby lettuce mix and some rainbow Swiss chard in here. My first time growing rainbow Swiss chard. In here I have some more rainbow Swiss chard and some romaine. And then in here I have some romaine and strawberry. One of my romaine plants here at the beginning, at the start of this package, looks like it's snapped off or something. All right, I have a cup of water. I'm going to, well, half a cup of water. I'm gonna add some hydrogen peroxide, food safe. And this is just one of my kids' cups that I use to give them water during the day. I like to dip my seedlings for about 30 seconds, and normally I would just put the grow medium with the seedling into the cup and then pull up on the foliage to get it out, but because the foliage is still really delicate, I'm actually going to put them in the pod cups and then dunk the entire cup with the grow medium and the seedling, but avoiding the foliage of the seedlings. So I just dunk the seedling for about 30 seconds, take it out, and then put it back in the farm stand. I am also going to be putting mosquito bits into a tea strainer. Like I mentioned earlier on in the video, I put them in a tea strainer and then hook them onto the light cable with a little hook. I'm going to link the exact tea strainer set. There's 2 in the set that I bought in the description below. This is a fantastic tea strainer to use for your Lettuce Grow Farm stand. I like to change this out weekly. So once a week I will change out the mosquito bits, add nutrients, and trim roots. Okay, sorry for the water sounds, but to make sure that my tea strainer is submerged, I kind of just give it a little tug right here, and I can usually feel the waters pulling it down. Make sure that this is firmly but not too tightly hooked onto your light cable, and you're all set. Change it out once a week. All right, so I've just added in my nutrients and my mosquito bits. I am letting the pump run for several minutes before I test the pH. And once I test the pH, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I will adjust from there. I typically need to lower my pH. This is what the seedlings look like after shipping. They look kind of worse for wear right now, but hopefully they will perk up. We are in Michigan in the Midwest, so it is really chilly, and my FedEx delivery for my seedlings was a day, or no, 2 days late. They were supposed to be here Thursday, and it is now Saturday, so I'm not really sure, you know, if the stress from the cold transport on the truck is going to influence them at all, but hopefully not. It's been several minutes, so I'm going to use the pH test drops that Lettuce Grow sent in their starter pack and take about 5 mLs of water, so that very first line, and test our pH. We want a lime green to almost yellow color, and we'll adjust accordingly depending on what the results are first. The first time I tested our pH, it was high, and it normally is. I normally have to add a bunch of pH down. I went ahead and looked into different pH downs that I could use for our hydroponic setup, and I found this jug on Amazon that I'm also going to link in the description below. I find that it's just easier and quicker to measure out. Right now my water is at about a 7 pH. I want to get it down to between a 6 and a 5.5. And just knowing this and doing this for a while, I know I need to add a little bit less than 1/4 of a cup of pH down. After a couple minutes of running the pump with the pH down, I retested the pH and it looks like I'm at about 5.5, leaning towards a 6, but that is the perfect pH level for the Lettuce Grow Farmstand, and that's right where I want to be, so everything looks great. I hope this video was informative, useful, had tips that you guys didn't know that you can use. Again, if you're looking into the farm stand, I recommend it highly. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video.